So, today we have a DeLonghi coffee machine. It's a bit hard to get in shot because it's quite big for the little workspace I've got here. But this is my father's. I've repaired it before and here I am again, repairing it again. But there's been, a long period of time since I last repaired it. It was just scaled up basically. Poor water flow coming out of the device. So I just descaled the steam generator or the boiler, what you want to call it. Did some other little bits and pieces. This one now, it apparently trips the electrics when it's plugged in and turned on. So let's just get to it. Now, I've sort of dropped the gun here because I want to basically repair this and also service it, i.e. change the O-rings and tubings that I feel are probably worth renewing. So I have got a bag of goodies here. Now you probably should have, I should have thought maybe let's see if this is fixable first before ordering spares, but I've jumped the gun and I've basically doing both. So yeah, I've got lots of goodies in here which I'll go through and show you once we diagnose and fix the issue at hand first, which is it tripping the fuses in the house. So I have got my sort of portable RCD plug thingy-majiggy. So hopefully that will protect the circuit from this. So there shouldn't be any surge going to my actual circuit breaker inside the house.
Are you sure about that?
So fingers crossed. So let's just get started. Let's just plug her in. Reset that. Okay, that should be live. It's a little bit awkward to show you, but oh look, as soon as I touched that, it tripped. So yeah, if I do that again, if I reset this, okay, as soon as I go to push the power on, it just trips. Yeah. Oh. Yes, I've just tripped the electrics, I'm sorry. Okay, we're back, course is averted. So I did reset it a number of times and then eventually it did take out my circuit breaker. So this is not foolproof, but at least it does protect it to a degree. Let's disconnect componentry on here and see what's causing this to trip one by one and then work out, hopefully, and isolate what is component-wise causing this to trip. So let's unplug her and get the cover off. Right. So yeah, you still took the screws out to expose the gubbins of the machine. So let us ponder. So okay, we've got the heat element. We've got the various switches here. The different outputs, one's for on and then whatever this does and whatever that does. I don't use coffee machines, I'm a tea guy myself. We have a water pump down here, solenoid pump. We've got some overheat cutouts or thermostats, one of the two in there. I think we've got a thermal fuse in line on this part of the wiring for the heating element. Some sort of control board in there, I reckon. But other than that, not much. But I can see corrosion and residue of some sort of leak that's happened at some point that we need to investigate. So let's disconnect the heat element completely and then try and turn it on. Also this button as well, this switch. This switch was playing up before. I did actually order another switch in case it is this. But let's plug her in and see if that's made any difference. reset, and it's come on. If I push it in, right, okay, that was pretty simple. We've isolated what the fault is. So you can now see the light's on green. Yeah, and if I touch it, it goes off and on, off, on. So this is working. The switch is a bit worn anyway, so we'll change that. I think I've got a switch. It appears to be coming from the old heating element, so I reckon we should probably get that apart. Now it looks like we've got some sort of, let's unplug it now. Looks like we've got some sort of corrosion here where it's probably leaked out fluid, liquid. No, I did think it could be that, and I did get a spare. Just in case. I wanted to do this all in one video, not have to do a part 2, part 3, wait for parts. I just wanted to get all the bits ordered, what I thought would be the issue, get some service parts as well, and go from there. So, let's investigate this boiler or steam generator, what you want to call it, and yeah, let's go from there. So we need to get that out. So, can I remember how I've done all this before? Yes. Okay, so Allen key screws first of all. This pin here to get this water pipe out. He says. Like a hair clip. Right, let me get this apart and yeah, take it from there. Right, I might just skip this or just speed it up for you guys. What would you rather? Oh yeah, you can't even speak to me, can you? You're not there. You're in the future. Hello, future viewers. Well, this has just come out as well, guys, so that is sorting out on this connector spade terminal. Welcome back. welcome back to the mess that is this coffee machine. It was a pain in the backside to work on a few years back, and guess what? It's a pain in the backside to work on yet again. So yeah, I've got no love in getting these apart. Absolute nightmare. What a faff. But what I have discovered though, so you got the two thermostats. One's 105 degrees and one's 125 degrees. So they're both connected to the heat element. So it's basically the switching on and off. So when it gets 125 degrees, it turns off the heat element, and then when it gets to 105 degrees, it will turn on the heat element. So it's just basically self-regulating the heat element on and off, and modulating the temperature between 105 degrees and 125 degrees. Now the one on, I believe this is the 125 degrees, the spade terminal has worked loose and the wires have come out. So I think there's a poor connection there which is causing issues. So I don't believe it is the actual boiler or steam generator. So I think it could just be as simple as this, but because we disconnected the heat element from the circuit, it was sort of covering this issue here, this poor connection. That's what I believe it is anyway. But let's just look at the steam generator, the boiler. I'd call it a steam generator myself, boiler, whatever. So here's the O-ring for it. Now obviously it has been scaled up, and you'll see the heat element as well, it's got some scale build up. Now this was all clean when I last visited this. Yeah, so someone's not been following the, you know, recommended cleaning regimes on these, you know, descaling it. So I did tell my dad to keep up on the descaling, and obviously he's not. Look at the state of it. Dad, if you're watching this, you're going to get a beating.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
So yeah, this also needs descaling. We'll do that with it back together. I can put descale through the system anyway. That's no bother. But let's just compare, just for, you know, for fun, shall we say. Let's compare the resistance across the two elements here, new and used. I do believe this one's actually okay, apart from some scale build up. So on the one that's already on the unit, we've got 50 ohms, and then the new one is 51 ohms, so there's not much there at all. The fact that it's reading similar to the new one probably is just fine. Again, there is no shorts across anywhere from the heat element to the housing of the steam generator, so a bit of continuity. Yep. And yeah, there's no. So the element itself is a closed circuit as well. So that's fine. Just like the new one. So yeah, I don't think the element is the issue, but we're going to change it anyway. Like I said, I bought some spares for this to service it. So this is one of the things I thought would change anyway as part of the service. I have got some other bits and pieces. I've got a gasket here. And normally I didn't see this on the parts list, the gasket for the steam generator, the seal, which is a bit annoying. But I have got several O-rings here. So I've got some O-rings here. I've got new thermostats. Got a new switch for that on-off button because that doesn't really click in at all. So we can change that. I've got an inline filter for the water coming in to the pump. Got a new gasket for the heat element, but I didn't realise it comes with one anyway, so we've got a spare one there. We've got a spring. Got some new tubing from the water pump to the steam generator, and we've got a new valve as well. So yeah, give it a little bit of a service. What we'll do though is maybe perhaps get it back together and see how it works without doing any prior works to it. Or should we just, screw it, we'll just change all these bits anyway. While we're here, while we've got all disassembled, there's no point putting it back together again, just to take it apart. So let's just crack on with the element replacement on this device. Yeah, my room is looking like a bit of a mess now, and now I've got this all apart. It's annoying. Now, how do I get that nut out? That's going to be very tight, isn't it? To get access to that. Right, that's the old element. That's the old gasket there. The gasket's looking a bit worse for wear. So that's ready to go back on. And again, the fun part is getting the bolts and nuts now going through. Right, that's that back together. Let's get this sorted. Right, let's change this valve over. Right, that's that one. Right, so tubing done. I'm missing the clip. I think I had to change the clip before because it went missing or it went somewhere where it shouldn't have gone. So I've got another clip here that I could use to go in there. Let's just do the thermostats now, the 105 and 125 thermostats. So the space arms are a bit loose, so I'm going to just nip them up a bit, just to get a better connection on the thermostats. Right, that's the thermostats in place. I'm sure there's some sort of coffee engineer out there who's thinking, what is this guy doing? Right, that's the two O-rings on there, fitted new ones. That's for the frothing of the milk. That's done. So left with the O-ring, spring, inline water filter, and then switch and this gasket here. So the gasket I think is up here. So get a screwdriver or the ratchet will probably do. So you won't be able to see this, folks, because it's underneath.
I'm very, very sorry.
Bear with me. This one's worn over time, doesn't click. Does return back, but not fully. You see the difference in travel on the switches. On the old one it's much more pushed in. This one's more pronounced than the new one. But yeah, get that changed over. Right, well, wish me luck getting this back together, because I am not looking forward to this. Right, it's all back together to an extent, just about this cover. I just want to see what it does now. Hopefully it all turns on. Alright, so the switch works very well now, so on, off, on, off. Okay. Let's change that filter. So we've got rid of the fault. So I think it was the wires attached to the 105 degrees thermostat that just got loose from the spay terminal, making a poor connection. But we've gone through, we've changed the element gasket, we've changed a spring, some O-rings, the gasket underneath here. It's had a valve tubing, so it's had a bit of a service. I don't work for a coffee manufacturer or a service company, so servicing one of these. This is a domestic unit anyway. It's not an industrial unit. It's not for coffee shops. It's for at home. So whether or not that's covered under a service, if they change those bits, unknown. But I just want to give this a bit more life because it's quite a premium item. It's been served well over the years. It's been pretty reliable, so sort of invest a little bit of money into it just to keep it going for a little bit more. We're going to change this one-way valve, not one-way valve, the inline filter for the water, and then we'll test it after. I don't have the handle and some of the accessories. That's at my dad's, but we can still test water coming out and the frother and whatnot. Right. I think we've got stuff in here from memory. Right, that's everything changed. Every spare part that I've ordered and bought, it's all been changed now. I'm just going to give it a clean and then we'll test it. Alright, so if we open up the frother, that's working. And then if we do our button for to see no leaks. This was leaking before, that's why I changed this as well. But if you come under, you can see nice hot water coming out. Yeah, jobs are good in it, so it's all working. I haven't got the handle which holds the coffee in. That's at my dad's, so I can't actually make a cup of coffee, but the main thing is, does water come out? Yes. Does it heat up? Yes. Does the frother work? Yes. And also, it was tripping the electrics as soon as you turned it on, which we've sorted. So again, nice little jobby. Would I do it again? Probably not. Absolute pain to work on. But I will say it's a testament to the build quality of these machines. This has lasted quite a while. and it's still going now. So and you can still get spares from them as well. So yeah, it does make sense to keep repairing them, to be fair. But yeah, so I'll put the cover back on off outside of this video. You don't need to watch me do that, but that's another fix. And hopefully I'm not going to do a coffee machine anytime soon, because that was just awful. Take care, guys. Potato out.
Goodbye.
Oh, fucking hell, this is fucking ridiculous. Fuck's sake. It's fucking difficult. Who designed this? Absolute baboon. Thought, oh yes, put the world's, smallest nut between the element that you can't even get access to. Oh, fucking, this is an absolute pain in the fucking backside. Oh, fuck. Absolute ballsack. I hate this machine. I've just done it again. Oh my god. This epoxy coffee machine. Never again. I hate this. I've just done it. I'm not even doing this on purpose now. Honestly. Bloody epoxy screw won't stay on the screwdriver. Right, let's try that again. I'm just trying to guide it into this bloody hole. There we go. Oh, coffee machines. I do not envy any of the coffee machine engineers out there. Hats off, I salute you. You're doing God's work. You are doing God's work. I really don't have the patience for this. Really don't. Oh my god. Not again. Another screw. Why, Lord? I swear to God, if I drop one more screw, I am literally going to explode.